This improv story is based on an idea. Man sees a deer. Oh no, did Limmy get bullied and run off the server? I was close to it yesterday. There's somebody who shall remain nameless called Gamer Fiend, who it's just made it a wee bit difficult for me. I'm having, this is really difficult. I hope it inspires people around the world. I'm having to make peace with somebody who doesn't deserve peace. I'm having to capitulate. Lidlows and Muck, Amanda, Savvy, Slabnut, I'm 30 today, how fucked am I? You're fine, honestly. It's absolutely fine. I might be a scary sight to look at here at 47, but you don't notice it. You don't notice it that much. It's gradual, like the minute hand of a clock. Everybody, I'm about half an hour behind with the thank yous. I'll catch up very, very quickly. Man sees a deer, let the story commence. Craig was driving down a country road and there was a deer. And he went, oh look, there's a deer. There was nobody in his motor. He's just by himself. He's like, oh God, I wish there was somebody here to share this experience with. And just down the hill, there was a cottage. And he went, I'm going to tell them. So he got out his motor, left his keys in ignition and everything, and ran down to the cottage and chapped on it. And somebody opened the door and went, yes, hello. This is in Scotland, kind of, like one of these national parks or, like the countryside, like, kind of up north a bit in Scotland. Oh, hi. And it was this couple, the mum, the guy, scarves, all that, the kind of flat cap. Oh, hi, but a wee bit kind of 30s, and they just, I don't know, something with their skin that was moisturised. They looked well kept. And he just glanced them up and down. They looked like, they'd got a bit of money, and they're well used to having a bit of money. They're not just like new money. They look like they've had money since day one. You just see them top to toe. There's just a weight of them. There's a way you can't quite put your finger on. And also, I don't know, the guy had a bit of kind of square sort of jaw thing in a way that you only sort of get with, in like, say, royalty and shit like that. Like, it's like, I've no actually seen any cunt like this. Like, let's say, I was going to say Bruce Campbell felt like the Evil Dead and all that. No, forget about how he looked. See how he looked, it's unimportant. His skin though looked too good. And the hairstyle, this is sort of the hairstyle that was not, this wasn't working class hair. This was, I'll show you exactly what the hair looked like. This wasn't working class hair. This was let's see. How about John Turode? Let's check out John Turode. Right. It wasn't that hair. It was that hair. It was like that hair there. It was like that. Look, it was like that there. There we are. This sort of slightly longer hair. It was like, who's the Weatherspoon's boss? Aye, it was kind of, it was like, it was sort of like that. It was a mix between John Turode and this cunt's hair. Right. This, sort of like a rocker, old rocker. It was that, Craig could tell right away, this cunt's like, no me, no one of me. But it shouldn't be like that though, because you don't know this person's story, right? You don't know that person's story. You know, if they were born into money or something like that, they didn't choose that. They didn't choose that. They didn't choose that. If their mom and dad, their grannies and grandads and all that, fucking mansions and shit like that, they didn't choose that. Craig went like that. Sorry to disturb you. I just seen a deer up there, and I just felt the. Sorry, what? What was that? What? I've just seen a deer, and I just thought I'd come down, and he stuttered a wee bit because he was a bit intimidated. Just sort of programmed to be intimidated by this lot. I just saw a deer, and I just thought it'd be. I wanted to say to somebody, "Oh, I just saw a deer." Oh, and is it hurt? You hit? I'm sorry. Can you speak just a bit slowly? I've not woken up yet and had my coffee. You hit a deer, or you've? No, I just saw a deer. Oh, right, and is it hurt? Is it? No, wait, no. It's gnawing at something. No. It gnawed at you. No, I'm saying no. And you know, you could tell they're probably like this. Who's this cunt at my door going, no. No. And he's just like, it's fine. He said, it's fine. It's fine. It's all right. No, it's fine. Sorry to stop you. Try to stop you. And then he went back up to his motor, and he was like, I was just humiliated there. Humiliated. So what he did was he drove the motor around the corner. His girlfriend phoned and went, where are you? Are you nearly back? He went, I'm fucking stuck out here. I've just booked a wee hotel room. I'm just stuck out here, so I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'll be back in the morning. I might even be there at 5 or something, but I won't message her it like that. I'm going to be a while. I'll see you in the morning. All right, and you're all right. Everything's all right. Everything's fine. We just got stuck. It's fine. Hotel room. I'm just going to watch the telly all night. Just bored out my nut. But the phone charger, I've got my phone charger, so I won't be able to message and and so he waited till nightfall, and that was that. The next day, Mary got a message on the phone. I'm outside. Let's in. Buzzes in, and she buzzed up Craig, and he went, all right. She went, oh, so how was the hotel? I got a charger for the phone and all the rest of it. Could you do us a wee favour? This is going to sound weird. Could you, if anybody asks, like if anybody was to ask, I just feel embarrassed about, like the motor breaking down and having to get a hotel. Do you? How? Why? It doesn't matter. If anybody was to ask, could you tell people that I was here last night? What, like an alibi? No. His face went fucking bright red. Alibi? What? She went, I'm just joking. What are you talking about? Are you alright? What, have you done something? Like what? Like what? Well, just I've not done, just going to tell people if anybody asks that I was here last night. Right. Later that day, it was on the telly. A lovely couple. Horrific attack. Some bastard had went around, had tied their door shut in this wee cabin in the kind of woods sort of thing, and smashed the window and chucked petrol in. And burned them alive. The whole thing went up in flames. And they also found the police were saying it was that the tabloids came out with the facts that they didn't just die of smoke or smoke inhalation or fire. They there was evidence that they had, while they were burning, they had their face, their heads kicked in, things like that. And in actual fact, it was actually the one of the beams. One of the beams had come down on the woman, and that hit her like in the head and all that. So this guy, the perpetrator, hadn't actually carried out any kind of assault. So that was all right. There's nothing there. The guy though, obviously, this was a sustained attack, prolonged attack. The officer that did the press conference said this was obviously a prolonged attack while this man was burning from petrol. And the building being on fire and various other flammable objects, liquids within the cabin were on fire, and that exploded in the face of this man. The perpetrator did enter the premises without permission, thereby breaking the 1989 Scotland Act. Yep, the 1989 Scotland Act of trespass, contrary to paragraph section 5, and did thereby henceforth enter the vicinity of the man's cranium, and did thereby overstep the boundaries of the man's cranium using we believe to be a blunt object, possibly a boot on a foot. Did thereby trespass within the man's brain. And hold on. And Mary was watching, it was on the telly, and Mary went, oh, was that you? And Craig went, no. And she said, because see any guy that does something like that? Craig went, aye. She went, I think you're pretty hard, mate. Pretty hard, tough guy. Pretty tough guy. A guy that wouldn't hesitate to protect his family. I want to start a family with you, Mary said to Craig. Because if you did do that, that's a guy that's pretty ruthless. But that's a guy who wouldn't hesitate to defend his family. Guy came through the door with a knife. And he went, it was me. And she went, we got it, boys! Freeze! Freeze! Motherfucker! John, get his gun. Freeze! LAPD. Every cunt came fucking on. The feds came in and all that FBI on the jackets, man. Okay, just gonna, take on that. One ankle. Take that. Down on the ground. And the police went like that. And the Mary. It's a fucking American accent. He'd known her for like 10 fucking years. And she's just pure like this. Okay, boys, got him. Took a while, but we eventually got him. Clear this place up. Okay, Kentucky born and raised. See? Kind of Texan, I don't quite know what that is. It's cowboy hat. She brought that fucking cowboy hat out and that. Now look here, boys. This guy gets brought to court. He'll be out in about 3 months. Now, I don't know about you, but that don't sound like justice to me. What you say, what you see, what you see, what you say, we just dispense ourselves some justice right now. And they all took a body part. They took his ankles, his feet off at the ankles, the shin off at the knees, and took bits and pieces off him while he was still alive. And they took it back to America. Because they've got a Scotland fetish. Americans have got a Scottish fetish. Fetishism. This here is a genuine Scotch foot from an actual Scotsman. Like that. I got one. I want to show you something. I won't bring out the special occasions. And there's his foot. This is a foot from an actual Scotchman. You want a sniff? Now, give me your whiskey. Give me your Tennessee bourbon whiskey. Now watch. And they would take the foot, which by that point is all hard, like, what do you call that meat you get hanging up in like an Italian restaurant? Like kind of cured sort of meat. So it's all went dry. And he'd scrape the kind of the heel. You know, you might get sort of like thick skin in your heel, dry skin in your heel, and it's sort of like, you know, you get things to scrape it off and shit like that. Scrape a wee bit of it like that. Scrape a wee bit of it like that. Into the whiskey. 1, 2. Just a couple of shavings for this genuine Scotch foot. It's called Scotch foot. 1, 2. And you put it in the whiskey, you go like that. Now, the trick is you're not actually meant to swallow the Scotch foot itself, but it lends a certain flavour to the rest of the liquid. Okay. Now, you gotta leave it for a whole day. But I got one I prepared yesterday. I can't speak because I've had maybe one or two too many. I'm not in the job till next week. Mary Lou's gonna look after the kids for me. You can taste this Scotch prick's fucking foot. You can tell it's a real piece of fucking shit. It's got good flavor. The bigger the piece of fucking shit the guy was, the better the fucking flavor. And here's the thing. Craig was still alive. They had managed to take everything off him that he didn't need. So, you know, you don't need a lot of organs can actually be done by machines. So he was just he'd had that kind of like torso, it had sort of like, you know, like kind of board queen. You know, the board queen, sort of like there. They had them like that. So they had them like, a machine for the heart, and the kidneys and all the rest of it. And they had machines that would grow his organs based on his DNA, and it wouldn't grow it unless he was still alive. To grow more Scotch feet and other things. It's like bits of like a bull or a cow or something. You know, there's the rump and there's that bit and there's this bit and there's that bit. And you see these diagrams and some sort of fucking fancy steak place. And there's that cut does that. It's quite fucking grotesque. Really cuts that and there's a cut and that's a bit there and that's that. Different bits of Craig. And then they cloned them. So they can make more whiskey stuff. And that's all underground, and that is what's going on in that fucking area. What do you call it? Is it 51? Is it Area 51? That's what they've got gone on in there. The end. And that's a true story, by the way. Studio 51, aye. Studio 54. That's what they've got going on in Studio 54. How do I know? How do I know? See that cabin in the woods? I was there, but nobody knew it. See when that English couple, before they moved in, nobody's in it for like about 3 months of the fucking year. So I stayed there, and then they came fucking, they surprised us. They sort of like came walking down the wee fucking path, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And I jumped in the cupboard. So I was in there for like a fucking week. So once it started going on fire, I was actually protected. No, I wasn't a deal. Squatters' right side, that kind of thing. I was about to starve. But so when I got out, I actually, first thing I did was ate a wee bit of the guy, because he'd been cooked, and his face had been tenderized, had been smashed in. What happened to the deer? I don't know. That's a slice of life section.